The hangar is designed to take a Gulfstream 550, which is a little over 90,000 pounds fully loaded full of fuel. Point load at the main gear is 42,000 pounds. So this floor has been engineered to have the point load of one main gear of a Gulfstream 550 fully loaded with fuel at 42,000 pounds. Obviously with Coeur Aviation, everyone knows we're a flight school. We have a maintenance facility. We have an aircraft brokerage company. We also have a charter company. We also are a hangar construction company. It operates under Clear Blue Construction, a division of Coeur Aviation. Right now, this year, we're under contract to build 4 hangars. This particular hangar, it's a 15,600 square foot hangar. It's gonna be one of the largest private hangars here at the Coeur d'Alene Airport. Kind of some of the fun facts about it, it'll be a 12,000 square foot aircraft storage, 3,600 square foot of offices and garage space. We're heating 23,000 square feet of concrete. So not only is the hangar and the garage office space heated floor, it's the front apron is 60 feet deep by 120 feet wide. All of that is gonna be heated. This is the main driveway that comes into the hangar. If we look right here, all this black area, this is the hangar, garage offices back here. This is all the heated apron, and then it goes out Taxiway, and then this goes out and meets Taxiway in November. This is like a very basic rendering of the bathrooms, utility room, kitchen, laundry, chest freezer kind of pantry area, bar here, office for the pilots to do some planning and different things. So we get all of our hangars through a company called CO Buildings out of Apron, Utah. Super cool company. They do all their own in-house engineering. They do all of it right there. They even do all their own sheeting, rain gutters, everything. The siding on this building is one that there's not a lot of them out here like this. It's insulated metal panels. They're 3-inch thick panels that have an R24 rating on them. These panels, they finger joint together, kind of like a tongue and groove flooring, and they're completely insulated, metal on the inside, metal on the outside, and then it has a standing seam roof as well that's completely insulated. So there's even a portion of it between the garage office space and the aircraft storage space that has a fire rating, and those insulated metal panels provide a 1-hour fire rating. This is the back, this will be the back wall of the hangar or of the garage offices. Obviously, we've got the sewer that'll come in. On our plan, this is actually gonna be the mechanical room right here. There'll be a door that goes from the garage and offices. This is all garage space here. You'll come in, you open this door, this will go into the offices, bathroom on the left, kitchen on the right, and then you'll walk in. This area will have a bar, there'll be a pantry, there'll be an office right over here for the pilots to do their flight planning and different things. So this is all compacted and down. Now this is where our footings will go, and the footings are anywhere from 6 foot by 6 foot by 2 foot thick down to 4 foot. It just depends on what corners they're in. What we're standing on right now, we've brought all this up about 6 feet. We were doing 8-inch lifts and then compaction, 8-inch lift and compaction. And we're getting 98 to 99% compaction out of all of this as well. So this building is incredibly heavy. The section that we're in right now is all 5-inch thick concrete. The hangar is designed to take a Gulfstream 550, which is a little over 90,000 pounds fully loaded full of fuel. And so we gave the concrete engineer the specifications of that, and the point load at the main gear is 42,000 pounds. So this floor has been engineered to have the point load of one main gear of a Gulfstream 550 fully loaded with fuel at 42,000 pounds. So this floor will be 10 inches thick with 5/8 rebar on a 9-inch grid. And it's all radiant floor heated. So this hangar is built to handle a lot. This is where the front of the hangar is at. The hangar itself is 120 feet wide, so we've got a corner there, corner over there. They have engineered a spot right here for the door. The door is from a company called Higher Power Doors. It's a 110-foot wide door that's 28 feet tall. And it's a single piece. It comes up and slides back into the building. The Gulfstream 550 has a wingspan of about, I think it's 77 or 78 feet. But this thing will take a wingspan of up to 110 foot. And then the door clearance is 27 foot 8 inches, and the Gulfstream is about 25 feet. So this will be a huge hangar. We're standing right here where the heated concrete goes. So this stake and that stake, that's all the heated concrete. So what the client wanted is they want to be able to taxi up in the wintertime and have guests get out of the aircraft and not have to worry about slipping on anything. So they'll be able to turn this on and it'll melt all the snow off. We also have a remote on the door, so when they're taxiing in, they can literally push a button, taxi the aircraft in, and pull right up to the hangar with the door already open. This is all heated concrete out here. And then right here, it goes to asphalt. The asphalt goes out. And what they're doing right now is compacting everything for the asphalt. So they're bringing that down. They're doing lifts. They'll bring in some gravel, 11 inches of gravel to be exact, and then we'll pave over the top of that. And then the taxiway goes out from there. There's also some guys working out right now. They had to remove a taxiway light so the planes don't run over it. This is taxiway November. It goes back and forth here, and then runway 6 is right out behind us here. And then we're standing right about here. You can see how this makes this hard angle. That's this white line right here, that white line that comes along. So this will all be asphalt, and then it'll taper in and go from there. So this gives you a really good perspective. Now, airports have what's called TOFA, or movement areas, and you can't park anything too close to the taxiway. So think about a great big jet coming through here with one of the fire tankers with a 120-foot wingspan on it. That wing could be several feet this way. So this hangar is set so that they can park a Gulfstream 550 size of aircraft, 78-foot wingspan, in front of their hangar and not impede the TOFA area. That's why this is so set back so far. It's also designed, this is a Category 3 taxiway right now. If the airport ever went to a Category 4, which is like huge, like 757 type jets, which we've had in here before privately, but if they ever went to that more common, you could taxi something like that past here and still have plenty of clearance with a large aircraft sitting out front. You can see where the Komatsu excavator's out there, how low that is, and see how high all this is. This whole area was that low. So we've brought in a huge amount of material. I forget how many thousands of yards. There's just so many little planning things that have to go into place. A lot of it is permitting. We have to do what's called a site disturbance permit, which we draw a plan of the building, how much square footage of asphalt, concrete, roof square footage. Then a civil engineer goes through and says, okay, we have this much water and we have to take care of that water. What do we do with it? So they've drawn out all the slopes, all the grades. They have all the dry wells figured out, all those things. That plan alone took almost 2 months to get in place. We have to have that before we can break ground. Of course, there's the building permits. So there's a lot of legwork. I mean, and they've been on the job site now about a month and a half, but there was 4 or 5 months of just legwork and paperwork to get to where we could even put a shovel in the ground. When the original engineer came out, he put a monument right here. And so this right here, and you can see my hip, that's what, 3.5 feet. That's where the finished floor of the hangar will be at. And then if you look out here, you'll see where the ground is at and how much material we've brought up. So bring in that much material over 1.5 acres. This is all the topsoil. The geotechnical engineer said we had to take off the top 18 to 24 inches. So this is all this silty, this kind of real silty black dirt, really good for growing stuff, but not that great to build a huge heavy hangar on. This will be a grassy swale with a dry well in it so all the water can come off and drain into here. Lauer Excavation, that's my brother. He does all the excavation and everything. That's Brian up there. How many cubic yards of material have you brought in on that?
Approximately 27,000 cubic yards of structural that we brought in.
Okay. And you had side dumps. Do you remember was that about 150 trucks?
I could do the math real quick, but something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So do you have to bring in any more material?
We will, but only after the foundation is in. Then we'll bring structural material to bring up the rest of the inside to the interior.
Got it.
And we're going to utilize all the topsoil that's left around here that looks like a huge mess for fill in the non-structural areas around the outside to build the swales with.
If people like this type of content, in addition to what we're doing with aircraft, we'd love to hear about it. Any questions or anything, please let me know. But if it's something that's of interest, we'll keep shooting this. We've got plenty of these to do this year, and we're actually going into next year with building as well.